Watch 'em blaze. From the ashes, rise up to brighter days. Shattered broken wings on the floor. Once were tethered, now you're ready to soar. Left behind the chains that held you tight. Embrace the scars, they are birthright. Profound, lasting transformation. Once were tethered, now you're ready to soar. Left behind the chains that held you tight. Embrace the scars, they are birthright. Profound, lasting transformation. Spark the fuse your revelation. With every step you break the mold. Turn it into purest gold. Good morning, everybody. Happy to have you here today. Good morning. If you're here already, just say hello. Say hello in the chat box. I've just sent out a welcome there. Welcome, everybody. We're already on day 3. And like I said, I'm going to be toggling between screens, so don't mind that. That's because I have to watch who's um, saying something on the chat screen as well. So, yeah, we're on day 3. And just as we've come to August, we've already come to day 3. And isn't that magical? I'm just beginning to feel like, wow, 3 days already. I mean, like 2 days complete, and now it's the third. And it seems like it's something that's giving me more energy to do my work every day. So I love being here with you, and I really love the fact that we can work together on little things that are actually only a reminder. These are things that we all know, and all I'm doing is to just remind you of what we already know, right? So I'm happy to have you here today. And today's theme is the space between. On day 1, we chose a quality that we want to work with, right? On day 2, we spoke about awareness, being aware of what is happening. Today, we'll see what we can do with that awareness, right? So I'm happy to have you here again today. Please do say hello in the chat box. So, yes, we're going to prepare for the day now. Let's just take 3 nice deep breaths. And drink that water if you have it with you. It's always good to have some water, not only for physical reasons of rehydration, but also because water somehow helps us be more clear. So please drink water. On and off. I remember someone had this habit of carrying a 250 ml bottle and would make sure she emptied it within an hour, right? So you just have to split that up and keep drinking just sips, which we forget to do. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. So I'd like you to imagine something today. Okay. Let's just imagine someone sent you a message and it's really rude. Okay. They sent you a very, very rude message today. And you immediately want to respond to that message. You want to say things that are equally rude, you want to say, "You've been such a jerk. I'm just going to give it back to you." And then you pause, right? You just take your time and you just say, "Okay, I don't want to reply now. I'm just going to wait." And the way you reply is actually going to diffuse what happened. So, what actually happened? Have you ever actually written a message, not sent it, waited, then written again, or kind of edited that message again and then thought about it? There's this once when one of my managers told me something really interesting. She said, "Yes, there will be times when you get annoyed with people at work. There will be times when they're saying things to you that are not very nice on email as well. And you may want to react to that. But what I want you to do is to write your response without anybody in the to list, without anyone in the CC and the BCC list, and just keep it there in your drafts. Read it at four different times, right? So you read it now, and then you read it later when you're doing something else. Wait. Don't respond immediately. Just wait. Even if they call you and say it's important, just wait. Wait for some time. Read it again. Then wait. Read it again. Edit it if you feel like it. And finally, when you send it out, make sure that it's not sounding as rude as it was initially. So we have these times when we've actually written a message and we've deleted it, or we've written a message and edited it multiple times before we sent it, right? And yes, these are interesting things that we do because we want to just diffuse what is happening. But what actually happened in that moment? A pause happened. That's all happened. You just paused. And that pause actually changed how this would end. We don't even realize that we do some really powerful things sometimes, right? We just pause, and that pause is so powerful, it changes how this thing ends. Now, think about that. Think about that and see what that actually feels like. Now, let me tell you a little story, okay? There's this grandfather walking with his grandson, just a second, walking with his grandson through a park. And that boy tripped over a stone, a little stone. So he was so angry, he kicked that stone because that stone is what dropped him, is what hurt him. So he kicks it really hard. But the grandfather just looks at him and just smiles, holds his hand, and walks down with him till they come to a bridge in this park. And then the grandfather picks up a pebble, holds it in his hand, and just says, "Look at this. When did this change to a bridge?" Now the child is all confused. When did a pebble change to a bridge? Can you imagine what a powerful question that is? Too much for that little boy, but imagine how powerful that is. And the boy was confused. So the grandfather just said, "It didn't become a bridge today. It didn't become a bridge in one day. It became a bridge one stone at a time. Just one stone at a time." In the same way, our reactions make us who we are, build our character one stone at a time, one moment at a time, right? So let me repeat that for you. Our reactions become our character the same way, one moment at a time. right? Or one stone at a time. Now let that sink in. Let that sink in. Who we are is not built in one shot, it just doesn't happen over. So it takes time to build who we are. And when we practice something, like for instance, you want to practice patience or you want to practice uh, tracking your goals, you want to practice something, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. And it and as it happens, when it takes time, you notice that one thing after another, it builds up slowly. So, when you want to be patient, if you've chosen patience, like I did for the first day, patience doesn't build because we watch a movie or we read a book or we see somebody else being patient. Patience happens when we actually apply patience in that pause. Same thing with resilience. You do not become resilient because you see a movie or you watch a movie of maybe an army person or someone who's lived through a disaster. No, resilience happens when you choose to be resilient despite what is happening to you in the day. It could be a financial situation, it could be something that hurts you when somebody is talking to you in a bad way and it emotionally pulls you down. But when you choose to be resilient, you come back. And resilience is something, what I'd like to think of resilience as is as a hit me doll. Someone pushes you down, you're back up. They push you down, you're back up, right? So I would like you to think of it that way till you practice it, till you practice resilience. It's not happening, right? It won't happen till you practice it. So you need to make sure that your whatever, sorry, my phone was buzzing, so I just turned that off. So you need to make sure that you practice in that one moment of pausing. You practice pausing first, and then you practice that particular quality that you've chosen. So, as simple as that seems, it's not really that easy. So, what actually matters is the space in between. So, between what happens and between what happens next, there is a space, right? Let me repeat that for you. Between what happens and between what happens next, there is a space. And that space may last only one moment, it may last only one breath, but in that space lives the person you are becoming. In that space lives that person that you are becoming, right? It's just that one moment. So, I would like to lead you through something today. I'd like you to close your eyes, take 3 nice deep breaths, breathe in and breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and breathe out again. And as you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to now feel your mind slowing down, everything slowing down like a movie, right? Slow down. Imagine yourself later today and imagine that somebody interrupts you. And notice the feeling in your body. Where in your body are you beginning to react? Is it in your gut? Is it your shoulders? Is your face getting flushed? What is actually happening to you? So if any of you have experienced any of these things, maybe just type in that one word. For me, it's always the gut. So I'm typing the gut here, right? Now, I'd like you to imagine everything slows down even more, like a movie in slow motion. And you notice your shoulders dropping. You notice your breathing is deeper. It's not as shallow as it was. Your jaws unclenching. And now take one deep breath, right? Just stretch and ask yourself, who do I want to be in this moment? Who do I want to be in this moment? And watch yourself answer differently. Not because life has changed. It is not because of anything that has happened around you. It is because you decided to pause. It was you who paused everything and decided to do something differently. Now imagine three different situations. Okay, let's imagine that this is happening to you today. Okay, so you can open your eyes now if you like. Maybe somebody disagreeing with you, having an argument, trying to go back and forth, irritating you with that argument. Maybe traffic, maybe a message somebody sent you, any of these things, right? But what I want you to do differently is now just take a pause, take one breath, one pause, and one intentional response. Sorry, that was, I wanted to say intentional and I ended up saying emotional, but one intentional response, right? So don't be emotional about it, be intentional, right? And whatever you choose as a response, make sure that you stick with that. So today, I would like you to look at it this way. Look at every pause as a doorway for you to walk through. And as you walk through that doorway, you are building that quality that you want to work with. So imagine your experiment today is your phone ringing. You know who it is, and you really don't want to engage with that person, all right? Or your doorbell ringing, whatever it is, like, your screen loading slowly. And that happens a lot, and that happened to me this morning, right? Just take one breath, one conscious breath, okay? Smile to yourself and just say, this is my space. This is my space. That time in between, that is my space. That's all I need you to do for today. Notice how those ordinary interruptions actually become reminders to practice, because life is being your teacher today. As always, life is being your teacher today. So today's goal isn't to practice anything very difficult. Today's goal is simply to make sure that you pause, that you remember once to pause, and that you remember once to make a conscious choice and respond accordingly. And you know what? Remarkably, every single time you do this, life has a way of making it a habit. It starts with just once. So you take that one pause and make sure that that becomes your habit slowly, because you do it the second time, and you do it the third time, and you may not do it in the same way. You will do it over time, and you will make that a habit. So tomorrow, we're going to have a great time again. We're going to see the great crisp peak of your clarity. You want to meet that, the greatest thief of your clarity. And it's not someone else, it's not something else. I want you to realize that it is us, our attention. Okay. So I'll see you tomorrow again. Thank you for being here. It was really nice talking